The minimum necessary is a part of the HIPAA Privacy Rule that refers to the sharing of protected health information, also known as PHI. This portion of the law refers to only accessing or using PHI for appropriate business or medical purposes to the least amount necessary. You see, if someone shares the information for any reason other than the treatment of the patient and your job, the actions are a violation of the HIPAA Privacy Rule. So what kind of situations would violate the minimum necessary standard? Hi everyone, I'm Matt from eTactics, and today I'm going to share 5 examples of the minimum necessary standard. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. While you're down there, hit that alert bell icon next to it as well, so when we post new helpful content, you get notified. The first story I have for you is called family intervention. No matter what type of doctor or nurse you might be, you are not allowed to access the protected health information of a family member. But what if this patient is your mother-in-law who is getting a tumor removed? What if the patient is your ex-husband's wife who came in for a pregnancy checkup? None of that matters. If the patient doesn't explicitly say you have permission to know, you are not allowed to go into their digital records. My second story for you, we'll call it IT chaos. Your hospital might have regular cybersecurity checks to see if there was any unusual activity in your systems. The IT guy is on the computers checking to see if there was any spyware, keystroke logging, or other forms of malware. This particular day, the IT guy was checking a computer with stored protected health information. He clicks on a few files and looks at the patient records. Harmless, right? Actually, that's not. The IT guy does not require access to a patient's medical history to complete his job. If he accesses the medical information without the express permission of the patient, his actions are in violation of HIPAA. Story 3 we'll call backseat driving. Pretend you're a surgeon at a local hospital. Let's say that a nurse stopped you and the patient in the hallway on your way to surgery. In the middle of the conversation, the nurse tells you to make sure that you wear gloves because the patient has hepatitis C. You already know to wear gloves. It is surgery after all. You receive permission to view all of the medical records to perform a successful surgery, so you already know all of the information about the patient. How is this a violation of the minimum necessary standard, you might ask yourself? The nurse decided to share this information with you in the middle of the hallway where other doctors, staff, and patients could potentially hear the information. Thus, the patient then files a complaint since people may know his health information without his actual permission being granted. Story 4, Stardom. Pretend you and your best friend work for a gynecologist. One day, your friend tells you all about how the quarterback of your favorite football team came in with his girlfriend. She confides in you that the girlfriend is pregnant. Congratulations. You had no idea the quarterback was dating anybody, let alone about to become a father. You and your best friend gossip about the situation throughout the entire lunch break that you have together. Uh-oh, another HIPAA violation. You didn't need to know the information. You did not treat the patient and weren't given permission to view the files. Gossiping is one of the easiest ways to violate the minimum necessary standard. Story 5, database errors. A physician assigned to a patient needs to know all about their patient's medical history, especially anything that's related to the situation they're dealing with. But what if there was a mix-up? What if there was some private information mixed in with the records of the patient that are not related to medical information? Someone could have sent you the wrong file, or the file could contain information like the patient's social security number, billing address, and financial information. The physician doesn't need to know all of this. It's especially unnecessary, and the situation technically violated the minimum necessary standard. Now, the minimum necessary standard is complicated in nature. Who absolutely needs to know the protected health information of a patient? What type of information should you include, and what information should you not include? If the wrong information goes to the wrong person, it can lead to a HIPAA violation. This could mean a hefty fine at best, and maybe potential jail time at worst. If you'd like to learn more about the minimum necessary standard and following HIPAA's guidelines, reach out to eTactics. And you already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below. Well, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to our YouTube channel.